Oh, will you put out the red?
But we're having fish.
So?
So you drink white wine with fish.
We'll put out the red, though. It's a nicer bottle. Yay! Hello!
Did you order a massage on Craigslist?
It's a 30 Rock reference.
It's just $2 Chuck. What makes you think this is a nicer bottle?
Well, the label reminds me of something that Felix and I joke about, and I want to drink it with them.
It doesn't make any sense. Red wine tends to have a higher iron content that doesn't mix well with fish.
Oh my god, Ben, it'll be fine. Since when do you know anything about wine?
Since Googling it this morning in class when I was looking for fish recipes.
Yay! Hello!
Hey!
Hi, Jamie, you look great!
Oh, you too.
Come on in.
Thanks.
I hope you're hungry.
Smells great. Jinx. Where's Ben?
Red or white?
Oh, I should put some music on. Cake, cake, cake!
Cake. Oh, it's so pretty.
Thank you.
Before I forget, we got the paperwork sent back again.
Oh my gosh! You just sent it in like 5 days ago.
No, apparently they just keep finding things wrong with it.
We must be filling it out incorrectly or something. Ben, can you please take a look at it? You're in law school.
How much more can I look?
He's looked at it every time we've done it. And his professors looked at it. They say that we aren't actually doing anything incorrectly. Jamie, have you looked at it?
I work in IT.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, we've done it so many times now. Why don't we just hire a mediator and have them fill it in correctly? I mean, that's what Henry did with what's-her-face.
Julie?
Oh, whatever, she's the worst.
A mediator would be $6,000 all in.
What?
Yeah. So, we came up with about 1,500 of that.
If I had any income and wasn't in student debt up to my eyeballs, I would help and cover some of it. In a couple years, when I'm an actual lawyer...
Yeah, why don't we just wait like a couple years when we all have jobs and money? I mean, God, it's not like marriage really means anything anyway. I mean, we're married and not because we're in love.
But marriage does mean something to me. I mean, yes, we got married out of necessity because otherwise I wouldn't have been sponsored for my work visa, but I want to marry Jamie because we're in love, and I'd really like it if our families could celebrate that with us. Come on, Leela, you know that my dad's not well, and I know that things are all right just now, but who knows where we'll be a year down the line. I'd really like for him to be there, and it'd be even better if he could enjoy it. Plus, I'd really like to stop filing my taxes with you, and Jamie has way better health insurance, and we need to get rid of that joint bank account. The real question is, why don't you two want to get married?
Why don't we focus on getting the two of you divorced before we consider us getting married?
Yeah, I'd really like to be able to afford a second bedroom before I make a commitment that only financially and emotionally responsible adults should make.
Well, I guess we'll just be married forever then.
It should really be easier to divorce your gay green card husband so he can marry his American fiancée.
Actually, though, legally we have to call each other Beyoncés.
Well, you know, the important thing is that Felix is a citizen now. And you know what? We'll just file it again, and maybe it'll work out this time. We'll figure it out.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm?
Wow, this is ridiculous.
You aren't actually saying anything.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. This professor of mine told me about a client he had a couple years ago who filed for divorce alone and really cheaply because he lost his wife.
Oh.
What? Like she died?
No, like physically. And I had never heard about this before. I mean, it's not like this is something they teach you in law school, and I'm not trying to be a divorce lawyer, so...
And that can't be a real thing.
It's ridiculous, right? I guess the guy was drunk and they get married, and then he wants to get an annulment, but she takes off to another country. So he goes to my professor and he says, I can't find her. He fills out a form and a divorce is granted. She's not even there.
What? Why didn't you tell me about this?
I mean, it's not like something that we could do in our situation.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to say? Your Honor, I can't find my wife.
Help, I've lost my wife.
Yeah. I mean, how could anybody actually get away with that? Ben, I don't believe you. Look it up. Google it.
You Google it.
Oh, my phone's all the way over there and I don't feel like looking at it. Plus, you'll do such a better job and you know all the lawyer lingo. And honestly, aren't you curious?
I mean, how do you lose someone these days with Facebook and cell phone tracking? I mean, they would find your license plate with a satellite or something.
Well, I don't have a car.
Yeah, how could anyone lose anyone in this day and age?
That's easy. It's like one form and a $20 filing fee.
Oh my god, let's do it.
And obviously, it has to be more difficult than that.
Okay, so after the $20 in the form, you need to take out an ad in a newspaper in the city that you last saw your spouse in to see if anyone has seen her.
A newspaper?
Like a real paper newspaper? Does anybody even read those anymore?
Well, clearly they haven't updated the laws to reflect our generation. But that could actually be used in our favor. I mean, loopholes are essentially the only thing that are keeping lawyers in business. If antiquated laws were regularly maintained to reflect our modern generation, then people could use common sense a lot more without being sued. I mean, regardless, we wouldn't actually do this.
Okay,
so.
but for argument's sake, just keep reading.
If the lost spouse doesn't respond to the ad before the court date, then a divorce is automatically granted. But it says it takes 3 months to have a court date. And, you know, that's a long time for Leela to not be found.
True. I mean, obviously I'm not lost. Just because I don't respond to a newspaper ad, I mean, they'd find me in like a second.
Yeah.
I mean, we're Facebook friends. You just came to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. What if they just like called my parents?
Well, I mean, maybe don't give up so easily, Leela. We just have to make it look good. I mean, what if you went away for a while? Like if you went overseas?
No, Jamie, don't go putting ideas into her head.
Yeah, this is silly. There's no way that we could pull this off.
Well, I can technically work from anywhere.
And Ben, you do get a summer break.
I was planning on working.
Oh my god. If we could pull this off, it would make a great BuzzFeed article. They just asked if I had any other pitches. And I bet I could get them to pay for some of it.
Well, you'd have to change our names in an article.
Oh no, of course.
I doubt I could actually practice law overseas, especially since what you're proposing is illegal.
What about Thailand? I hear they have very loose extradition laws. I mean, very loose laws in general.
Oh my god, I've always wanted to go to Thailand. Think about all the coconuts we could drink. They have so much potassium, Ben. And I heard you can get massages for $5.
Wait. Why does it seem like you think that we're doing this?
Well, it was your idea.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it was a great idea, and this might actually be the answer that we've been looking for.
Leela? Just like you wanting a Great Dane in this apartment, I don't think that this particular idea will work out. But I love you, and we can go to Thailand sometime for a vacation. But you do understand that this idea is crazy, right? And illegal?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I found this forum of people who have actually done this. They say they only search for the missing spouse for like a few weeks at the most. If they still can't find her, they just grant the divorce. I mean, I guess that's what you get for $20. They're not going to search harder than that.
Really? Just a few weeks?
Leela, stop. This is insane.
It is. Don't worry, we'll find a way to get divorced before we get married. Although, a quick trip to Thailand is going to be a lot cheaper than that mediation lawyer.
I mean, I just found round-trip flights for $300. We can pay for that.
Well, then why don't you just go alone, and then I'll pretend I have nothing to do with it.
Well, they'd find you if you didn't come with me. I mean, they'd know that you know where I was.
I need someone to tell me that this isn't happening. Because it all seems like you think that this is going to happen.
Okay, so the first thing you have to do is delete all of your social media accounts. And Ben, you probably have to delete your social media too, so there's no record of you two being a couple. And you have to leave your phones in the US because apparently Customs started checking cell phones at the border and you don't want them going through yours. Plus, I mean, like a government official could probably track you through your cell phone, right?
Great. In that case, Leela definitely can't do this. Without her phone or social media, hell no.
Hey,
What, am I not allowed to state the obvious?
that's not the obvious. I haven't had my phone all night. You're the one on your phone all night.
You made me Google it.
Stop! I don't need my phone. I'm not always on my phone. Besides, like, this would be like a really great life/millennial challenge. And I'd get so much writing done. And honestly, this would make a great, relevant article. I bet I could submit it to the Times.
Or NPR. I mean, you could do a mock.
Oh, wait. Won't they know where I am from, like, my passport and my plane ticket?
That's a good point, honey. They can track everything so easily, we just can't do it.
Just fly into a neighboring country and then buy a train ticket to Thailand in cash. Just do everything in cash.
Yeah. And if you withdrew a ton of money before you left, then it would look really good. Like, you couldn't stand the horror of being married to me.
Okay, so we'd only have to go for like a month.
Okay, so according to this forum, they'll call Felix after he files the papers and he gets a court date about 3 weeks after this newspaper ad is published. He shows up, he fills out some form saying he still can't find his wife, and that's it. They grant the divorce. They stop searching for you. You can come home to a finalized divorce.
What is that?
Oh, I'm printing out the papers. We need to start the filing.
How did you do that?
Your printer has Bluetooth?
Jamie, don't enable her.
Hey, this was your idea. And it was a great idea, Ben.
Are we actually gonna do this? Are we gonna lie to our government to save a few $1,000?
$6,000 at least.
Oh my God, we're gonna go to jail. I mean, they're probably listening to us right now.
We're not going to go to jail. Trump does this sort of thing all the time and for a lot more money. And he's not in jail.
What is happening?
Leela.
No.
Will you please run away with your adorable boy so that we can finally get divorced?
Leela, will you take a month-long vacation to Thailand with your sexy boyfriend so that I can finally marry this guy?
Leela, will you please consider the fact that what you're asking me to do is be an accomplice to illegal activity while I'm still in law school? Just because what we read online may make it seem plausible, we actually have no idea what would happen to us.
Oh, don't be such a worrywart. Nothing's gonna happen. No one's gonna catch us. No one cares. It'll just be so much fun. It'll be an adventure. I promise.
I'm not comfortable taking that position in front of Leela.
Oh my God, I know that you're not proposing. Don't worry, this is even better than a proposal because I might get a Pulitzer Prize-winning article out of it.
Leela, will you run away to Thailand with me and pretend to be missing and break the law so that you can divorce this nice immigrant and these guys can start their lives together?
Oh my God, this is also romantic. Yes, I'll run away with you so that Felix can say he lost his wife and we can all live happily ever after.
Yay! Cheers!
Oh.
You just please excuse me for a second.
To Thailand.
To Thailand.